we're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're brothers. Give me a high five.
Your brothers? No. Yes!
What's up, everybody? You're watching and or listening to the Kyle and Craig Show. My name is Kyle.
My name is Craig. And before we get started with this video, guys, we will be doing major spoilers for Avengers Infinity War. So if you haven't seen it already, we gave you a week. Okay?
Yeah.
We gave you a week. Go see the movie. And like this video while you're at it. Like this video. Leave this video. Go watch Infinity Wars. Come back.
Yeah.
Subscribe. No. Pause. Like, subscribe. Go see it. And then come back.
Yeah.
And then watch it again.
Exactly. We feel like we've given it enough time to where now we can finally do this. We were going to do
a review, but
a reaction thing.
We need to let everybody see this movie first. So I didn't want to try and do a non-spoiler review.
Yeah.
I am
way too hard
to try and do that.
Yeah.
Not so if you haven't seen Infinity Wars, you don't even need to see it. We're gonna explain it for you.
Yeah.
It's a great fucking movie. All right, off the bat, let's just go. It's
fucking amazing, dude.
Out of 10.
9, 10,
yeah.
8. I don't know.
Like,
besides the pacing and how fast it went, like there's really nothing else wrong with it.
Yeah.
And that one time I felt like Starkiller was trying to be too funny at a serious moment. Star-Lord. That's about it.
Yeah. I'd say like a 9. 9.25. 9.5. You know, it's not a 10. It's not the perfect movie.
Yeah, no.
But that's just because of reasons that we'll get into. But anyways, basic synopsis of the movie. So fucking last warning, spoiler alert. Everybody dies.
Yeah.
But no. So we start. The movie starts off
at the end of where Thor Ragnarok ended.
Yeah, where Thor Ragnarok leaves off with if you haven't seen Thor Ragnarok, the final scene is the Asgardians, and then along with like Loki, Thor, and Cog, and a few other characters.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, the Valkyrie. They're like flying on their ship towards Earth because Asgard was just destroyed when this huge mothership sort of thing like overclouds them. Yeah, pulls up next. And that's sort of where it ends off. And then this picks up, and with the assumption that was Thanos' ship, and him and the Black Order.
Yep.
Is that what it's called?
Yep.
Just completely raped the Asgardians. They just destroyed them, killed them all. Not even like half. Just destroyed the entire ship of Asgardians.
It says half.
Did it?
But yeah, I was gonna bring that point up because we were gonna talk about where was Valkyrie and where was Kurg.
Yeah.
So they attacked the ship, and it appears that they murdered everybody.
Yeah.
Except Loki, Heimdall,
and Thor.
But then later on in the movie, Thor is explaining to the Guardians of the Galaxy what happened.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, Thanos came, destroyed half my people.
Oh.
So
there's a chance
I feel like
Korg with the K.
Korg with a K.
Yeah.
And then the Valkyrie chick
could still be around.
Yeah,
somewhere.
with another half of Asgardians. I'm sure they like, oh, ship's coming, back out, and then like there was an escape pod. You know what I'm saying?
That's
cool. What I feel.
Yeah.
Because they play too much of an intricate role on Ragnarok to not even like see the dead bodies.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like they weren't even like dead.
Yeah, like here we had like Thor's new girlfriend is character.
Yeah.
That new strong female lead in this movie. There's no Natalie Portman. There's none of that. Like this was the new Pepper Potts. This was the new front woman of that series. So for her to be gone just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, so we cuts into the scene, and Thanos pretty much just killed everybody and then he's got like Loki and Thor and Heimdall by the balls. Immediately off the bat, just kills Heimdall, which is just like seconds into the film.
He almost kills Heimdall.
Well, he stabs him
because the first thing that happens is, and we're not gonna take it scene by scene, but Loki's like, we have a Hulk.
Oh yeah, then
you know what I'm saying? And so he fights the Hulk, and they're like, all right, cool. So it's Thanos and the Hulk, which is an anticipated fight right off the bat. First 5 seconds into the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Thanos completely destroys the Hulk. And then that's when he walks over to Thor, and he's like, I'm going to crush him unless you give me the cube. And then he gave
Thanos a fake cube.
Yeah, no, Loki gave him the cube.
Oh, he gave him.
Yeah,
he gave him the cube.
But then he tried to stab him, remember? But then Heimdall, like, before, like, his final death, before, like, he was stabbed in the chest by Thanos, he sent Hulk off to Earth.
Yeah.
Which is like, why didn't you just send anybody? But who knows?
Yeah, why didn't you send literally every single person.
Yeah, I don't know. But...
So Heimdall dies. Loki dies.
Basically, the opening scene is establishing how much of a badass Thanos is.
Yeah,
Heimdall
by killing...
dead, beat the shit out of the Hulk.
And those
Loki
are like
dead.
They're like the strongest beings in the universe, aside from like the Avengers.
Yeah,
is the Asgardians, and he just destroyed the entire ship of them. Yeah, so like you said, it's establishing how awesome Thanos is. And most of the movie takes place on Earth, and there's all sorts of different things happening, you know, and it's done so beautifully. I mean, the immediate relations between Bruce getting back on Earth, Tony Stark being there, Doctor Strange, and like those three.
Freaking Pepper Potts and Tony back at it again, talking about getting married. Tony talking about having dreams about having kids.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Doctor Strange pops up. He's like, "We need your help." And then Bruce pops up, and he hasn't seen Tony since Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
So it's been a while.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, and they just do it so well. You know, it just seems like everybody's in their own little world. Everybody's kind of trying to find their peace. We see a little bit of Vision and Scarlet Witch and their relationship that started to spark in like Civil War as well as Age of Ultron. They're clearly in a relationship now. They've kind of stowed away in like Sweden or Ireland or Norway or some neutral country like that. We see them trying to just live their own life, and then we see clips of everyone just doing their thing. And then it's like, oh shit, but Thanos is coming.
Yeah.
Gear
so
up,
the last thing
suit
Thanos
up.
says on that Asgardian ship before it blows up, and it blows up with Thor on it. So essentially, he thinks Thor is dead.
Yeah.
Even though he survived, is go get me the last Infinity Stones, and then,
Yeah.
I'll meet you back on Titan. And so, the Black Order essentially goes to get the Infinity Stones from Doctor Strange, and that's what happens in New York. Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange's mystical buddy, I can't remember his name, Wong, fight off against two of the Black Orders.
Yeah. Do a damn good job of it, too.
Yeah. And then...
Where are the others? So
in Sweden, it's when Scarlet Witch and Vision,
right?
and then they come from them, and it looks like they're about to get their butts kicked, and then freaking bearded...
lumberjack, sexiest man on the planet, Chris Evans, Captain America shows up.
With Falcon and...
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. It's just so insane.
It's fucking best scene in the movie, or one of them.
Yeah.
Where it's just like the Black Order, they got Vision down and like kind of beaten at the time, and then Scarlet Witch is sort of backed into a corner, and this train passes behind her, and they chuck this spear at her, and then she dodges it. The train moves, and then all of a sudden there's just black shadowy character behind her, and then you just come out of the
shadows. I was geeking out so hard.
Oh my
it was
God,
absolutely
dude.
insane. He did such a good
applause
job.
In the theater.
Yeah,
like a silent, and like the movie knew that he was gonna get this applause because
there was like a pause.
People just blew up, like, it's Cap, man.
Yeah.
Even though we know he's gonna be.
Yeah,
in the movie,
yeah.
But it's still he's such a
still
god.
Geeky as shit. I mean, Thanos is gonna be in the movie, but Thanos shows up, and you're like, oh man, it's Thanos.
Yeah.
So it's insane.
It's incredible that they were able to do that. That these are characters we've seen 5-6 times, and their entrances are still like
that dope.
Holy fucking shit! That, and then we'll get to it, but like later in the movie when Thor makes his sort of comeback, and people lose their shit, and it's like, dude, we've seen 3 Thor movies. He's been in 3 Avengers movies. He's been in this, that, and the other thing. We've gotten all the Thor we've ever wanted to see, and then like. Still, when he walks through the door, it's like,
because
shit.
he never geeked out like in Thor Ragnarok. He finally like learns that his power isn't from his hammer; it's from within. He's the god of thunder, not the god of hammers, as his father says. And so he starts getting electricity, and he starts floating, and he starts shooting electricity like Raiden.
Yeah, looking like Raiden.
And then he finally fucking gets his new hammer in this movie.
Yeah.
And then he comes back, and he's lightning fucking Thor, and it's just so godly, dude. You know what I mean?
It's like this next. Every time we see them, it's like this next level thing.
Yeah.
But exactly. I'm just saying, it's like this awesome storytelling ability to be able to make you feel things for characters. It'd be like. It's like seeing your cousin every Christmas, except every time you see your cousin, instead of just like, hey, what's up, Timmy? It's like, oh shit, Timmy's back. Like, it's like people we see all the time, and it still gives you these like chills. So when Cap comes back, it's a fucking like,
it's insane.
I don't know, chilling moment, I guess.
Yeah, chilling moment. Pause. Why'd you close this window?
Because there's fucking noise and cars and people beeping. It's not that hot.
It's hot. I'm pretty hot. All right, we'll give it some time. All right, ready? Chilling moment.
Or go open it. Open it now.
That's fine.
Just pause. Then pause it again in 20 minutes. Go open it.
I don't think the noise from outside is going to be that much.
Okay. So just to recap, if you guys, obviously you should know by now, Thanos is looking for the Infinity Stones. Basic plot of the movie, right? Everyone knew that. He's got the Infinity Gauntlet, and he's looking to gather the stones to take over and destroy half of the universe. Take over the entire universe, destroy literally half of existence.
Yeah.
Plot hole. It's all a meme. Perfect plot hole for the fucking thing. He's literally trying to get this thing to destroy. He's like, there's too many people, not enough food, not enough space, right? I'll kill half of the people, and then we good. The other half lives on a peaceful life. You have the fucking Infinity Gauntlet, and you could change reality. Double the size of the universe, pal.
Yeah, I saw that, but then I saw something else that said you double the population, double the resources, all that stuff, and you still have the same problem. There'd still be a group of people who have, you double the resources, more people can live, more people are gonna live, then you just double the population again. You're gonna run into the same problem later. And all these Infinity Stones have they weren't created they all have
purposes.
Yeah, but all the purposes seem to be based on comics and everything else. No one ever does good things with them. Even if you have one, no one ever took one and was like, I want to do this awesome thing with it. You know what I'm saying? Vision, who is the nicest guy who can hold an Infinity Stone, never did anything with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he just used it as
he had the Mind Stone. Yeah, and he used it as a blaster beam. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even the Reality Stone, it just changes reality in your head.
Yeah.
Does it really create new food? Can it really just create a hot dog out of nothing? You're like, oh, there's a starving child. Here's a hot dog.
Homeboy turned. Oh yeah, I guess it is.
Everything was visual.
We turned a gun into bubbles.
You're not wrong.
Yeah. You definitely transfigure some stuff.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. And nobody, regardless of whether it can or not, nobody does, and that's sort of the thing.
Yeah.
Even Doctor Strange with the Time Stone, do anything with it. You just make sure no one has it. They feel that they're the best people on the planet and in the galaxy to protect it. They don't use the Time Stone. It's rule number 1 in Fight Club: don't use Fight Club.
Yeah.
Rule number 1 in Time Stone: don't go back and alter time because
exactly.
you're gonna fuck it up. You look forward to the future, and make sure and see how things go. But there's rules to it, and there's rules to time travel. There's point is nobody uses the stones the way they could be or should be used.
Exactly. And then so we got a couple scenes happening right at the beginning. We got the New York scene where Iron Man, Doctor Strange, and then Spider-Man comes in because he gets his spider senses like you saw in the trailer. Start fighting Maul, right? His name's Maul.
I don't know. They didn't go over character names.
From the Black Order. Yeah, Squidward. And the other big guy. So those three are fighting them. And then at the end of it all, the evil Doctor Strange ends up taking Doctor Strange away on the ship to Titan, remember? I can't remember his name. I'm pretty sure it's Maul. Yeah, Squidward. We'll call him Squidward. Takes him on the ship to Titan.
Yeah.
Right? So Iron Man and Spider-Man are distracted, and then they start getting away with Doctor Strange. And then Spider-Man jumps on the ship to save him.
Because Strange has the Time Stone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Iron Man starts chasing Spider-Man on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when Spider-Man's running out of breath in space, right? And then he looks like he's about to fall off the freaking ship. And then Iron Man has that giant capsule come, and it attaches itself to Spider-Man. And that's when we see him get the iron suit. Yeah,
oh my
dude.
God,
so godly.
Iron Spider.
It was such a good way to reveal that thing. And then so you got the Time Stone on a ship to Titan with Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange.
Yep.
And then with Sweden, you have Scarlet Witch and Vision facing the Black Order. And obviously Captain America and Falcon help defeat the Black Order in that situation, but they don't kill him. And then the Black Order chick was like, this is going to be your only chance. And then they flee away.
Yeah.
But they don't get the Mind Stone.
For sure kill.
And then Captain America, Scarlet Witch, Cap's team, Scarlet Witch and Vision are like, all right, we need to figure out what to do with this Mind Stone. We need to destroy it. Cap's like, I know someone who can help.
Well, no, first they go to Iron Patriot.
They do.
War Machine.
Yeah.
They do. And then War Machine, you can see that he's sort of still working with the government, and he's still working with Ross.
Yeah.
And doing his thing with the Sokovia Accords and that sort of thing. And he's very lonely, and it's sort of like, man, you telling Ross you scared everyone away, man. They're all gone. This is just me. And then so they go there, and then Rhodey tells everybody to go fuck themselves. Not everybody, but Ross and the government. So he's like, that's a court martial right there. So, sort of saying I'm on your side of the law now. Because this whole time since Civil War, Cap and his team have been on the opposite side of the law, and then now Rhodey was on Team Iron Man, and then this was sort of him saying yeah, fuck them, let's do this.
And then Steve was telling Ross that we're here to help, and I'm done asking for permission. which is just so fucking amazing.
Yeah. Oh,
to see his story arc as like somebody who like wanted to help his country so bad in the first Captain America.
Yeah.
And he would literally like almost killed himself to do it, to become Captain America. Then to see in the Winter Soldier where he didn't know what he was fighting for because of all the secrets and the lies and shit.
Yeah.
And then in Civil War where he's just like completely against the government.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like, fuck this. Like, they have no idea what they're doing. They're completely off the rockers.
Yeah.
They're in the wrong. And at the end of the movie, he ended up being right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They were wrong for what they wanted to do to the Avengers. And then, boom, in Infinity War, he's just like completely off the grid.
I am my own government. Like almost like like
this
a
nomad character, yeah.
Yeah. You know, like just like a superhero. A superhero, you know, what he should be. A superhero with no governmental control.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, he's not anti-government per se. I mean, he is. But he's just more so like, I'm going to do me. I'm going to save all of the people I save.
Yeah.
And you guys can kiss my ass, you know, with your rules and regulations.
Yeah. So then them and Rhodey go to Wakanda.
Yeah.
So now we got 3 characters on a ship on Titan.
Yep.
Then we got the rest of them going to Wakanda. And then we got... So Thor's in space after the ship gets blown up.
And then
he runs right into the Guardians of the Galaxy ship.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America and Vision in Wakanda with the Black Panther. And then you got Tony, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man all on Titan.
Yeah. And then
it all comes together beautifully too, man. It
does, yeah.
It's fast paced, and like that's what I was saying at the beginning. Like that's my only like gripe, but like it's not too fast paced. I think it was too fast paced because of like our emotions. I feel like if we rewatch it today at home,
it'd be good,
or in a couple months.
But let's just say it was too fast paced because I was sitting in the theater.
Because everything, every other second it was just like getting hit with something. Like Doctor Strange, Spider-Man, Captain America. You know, like so many things hit you in the face
like
at once.
Literally within the first 3 minutes of the movie, it's like Heimdall's dead, Loki's dead.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Thor's about to die. Oh my god, we got Iron Man and Spider-Man and Captain America and all these people. Like what is happening? You know, so that was like. Again, maybe it's just in the theater, like you said. Your emotions get the best of you because from the second the fucking movie starts rolling,
it's all just hitting you in the face.
It's like your heart's beating at twice the BPM. You know, like
it's fucking
for
insane.
3 hours.
Yeah.
So then, you know, we got one Infinity Stone. So at the time, Thanos has the Power Stone.
The Power Stone
that they sort of just gloss over that he destroyed the Nova Corps to get.
Yeah.
They don't really touch on that, but I guess Nova might be getting his own movie or series where they'll touch more on that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then so he has the Power Stone, he has the Space Stone that he got from Loki.
Yeah.
And then those are the first 2 he gets, and then the next one he receives is
he goes to nowhere.
Yeah,
and steals the
Reality Stone.
The Reality Stone,
which is the red one, the ether, right? From the Collector. So then he gets the Reality Stone. And now he's got 3. And then the other missing ones would be the Soul Stone, which is like whereabouts unknown, the Mind Stone on Vision's head in Wakanda, and the Time Stone on the ship to Titan.
Yeah.
So now he's got to track down these other 3. And then just like Kyle said, the movie's done so beautifully well. The way the characters all intertwine and stuff is awesome. And, you know, we'll spare you the details of every scene and stuff. For sure, just go see the movie. But then his next move is to get the Soul Stone, correct?
Yeah, well, he goes to nowhere, and that's a pretty big scene because Gamora, Thor, and the Guardians of the Galaxy decide to split up. Thor's like, I need to get to this place. I need to get a new hammer. So Thor, Groot, and the Rabbit all go there, you know? So then that leaves Gamora, Star-Lord, Batista, and the Ant Lady. I can't remember now.
Mantis.
Mantis.
Yeah.
To go to nowhere to try and beat Thanos there.
Yeah.
And they show up, and Thanos has got the Collector by the balls, and he's like, you better give me the Reality Stone. He's like, I don't know where it is. And then so Gamora sneaks up on Thanos. They fight, and then Gamora freaking stabs him in the neck with this blade, and it looks like he fucking kills her. You know what I'm saying?
She kills him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember? It looks
I peed. That's when I had to go pee.
Really?
Yeah.
You suck. I don't remember you getting up.
Yeah.
So she kills Thanos. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened, you know?
Yeah.
And then he says something like, oh, foolish daughter, something. And then all the reality starts to change. And nowhere, which seems like it was normal, it's just like wiped away.
Wasteland.
And it's completely wasted, all in flames. The Collector disappears. He waves goodbye to Gamora. And then Thanos stands up or like comes from behind a wall or something, and he's already got the Reality Stone. It's like, oh shit. And then he fucking takes Gamora.
Yeah. Because
because
he knows that she knows where the Soul Stone is.
Yeah,
and that's sort of a secret that if you saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, I believe, or it could have been the end of Volume 1, where she has the map to the Soul Stone, and that's why Thanos wants to track her down.
Yeah,
and so then he takes her, and now he's fully pursuing the Soul Stone while letting the Black Order take care of the other two. And the Soul Stone, he goes to some random planet. Do you remember the name of it?
I cannot.
I don't know.
What is
some random planet, and they go up to this fucking cool, like, winding road up a mountain to some sort of Skyrim-esque dragon
layer
thing.
Yeah.
Where you see this cloaked death guy just kind of sitting there, and this was like another one of those fucking awing, chilling moments. Because he goes up to him and he's like, you know, like, oh, are you the holder of the Soul Stone or something along the lines of that? And then dude takes off his hood, or no, doesn't
he doesn't
take
come.
off his
he
hood.
comes out of the shadows. He starts talking. He's like, Thanos, son of this, Gamora, daughter of Thanos.
Yeah.
And then he's
us?
like, how do you know us? And then he tells Thanos, like, it's my job to know everybody who seeks the Soul Stone. And then he kind of comes out of the shadow, and it's a freaking Red Hood.
Yeah, no,
not the Red Hood.
Red Skull.
Red Skull. It's just so fucking awesome. Because the last time we saw him was in Captain America: First Avenger, and he was holding the Tesseract, and the Tesseract shot him off into space.
Yeah.
And it's been rumored for the last 7 years, like, okay, well, what happened to him?
He didn't exactly die,
and it shot him into that planet.
Yeah.
And kind of transformed him into this everlasting being.
Yeah.
To take care of the Soul Stone.
Yeah. So he's standing on the edge of this cliff. And this was another one of the, just that whole scene was fucking chilling. Standing on the edge of this cliff, and they basically come to the realization you have to kill something you love in order to, to receive the Soul Stone. A soul
and then
for a
Gamora
soul.
starts laughing at him. He's like, ha ha ha. I always hoped karma would, hit you in the face, bite you in the ass, and like, you've never loved anything, you're never gonna get the Soul Stone. And then he turns around, and he's crying.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, no tears today. And then fucking the Red Skull's like, those aren't for him. Those are for you. Those are for you. And then so she starts realizing that, like, holy shit, he loves me, and he's about to murder me for it.
Yeah.
And it's fucking insane. And he says something along the lines of, I passed up my destiny once or something.
Yeah.
I passed my destiny once, I can't let it happen again, and throws her off this fucking cliff, and she straight dies.
Yeah.
And then the Soul Stone comes up, and he fucking takes it.
Yeah, so now he's got...
fucking insane.
Yeah, it's fucking bonkers. Now he's got 4 stones, which is enough, more than anybody's ever held at a single time in the entire, like, existence of the universe.
Exactly.
And is enough to destroy the universe already, So then his next stop is Titan.
Going back to Titan.
Yeah, so he gets into it, and all while there's a huge battle happening in Wakanda.
Yeah, so they're in Wakanda. Captain Rogers sees Bucky again, which is just an awesome moment. White Wolf now. And I think it's kind of cool how, like, they didn't give Bucky his arm right away. They, like, trained him and let his mind, like, get clear and taught him the ways of, like, their, culture.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I think it's time for the White Wolf to, and then they give him his awesome freaking new
vibranium arm.
Yeah, dude.
Which I didn't get, because his first arm was vibranium, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. But this is obviously a new updated.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Not having the freaking Winter Soldier star on it. It's like a new start, fresh start.
Yeah.
So they're all there with Vision, and they're trying to figure out a way to just not destroy this, because they realize that the only way to get rid of the Mind Stone is to destroy it.
Yeah.
But if you destroy it, you kill Vision. And then Hulk came to the realization, like, no, if you are able to...
There's a lot of Vision that's not the Mind Stone.
Yeah, exactly.
So what if we just remove the Mind Stone, and then we have Vision, which is a mix of Ultron, Jarvis, Bruce Banner, and Tony Stark, which is still pretty freaking badass. The Mind Stone only allows him to fly and shoot shit and, like, telepath.
Black Panther's little sister starts trying to piece this thing apart.
Yeah.
All while the Black Order comes to Wakanda.
Yeah.
And...
Hey, guess what?
Huh.
Fucking kill Vision. Okay?
Yeah, for sure.
They spend way too much time trying to save this man. That's like half machine.
Sure,
kill him alive for 6 months, and it's cool. I get it,
Yeah,
but for sure,
they do.
Like,
not one life
R.I.P.
over
Ricky,
the other.
man. Like,
yeah.
half the universe eventually fucking blows up, and, like, it's not entirely your fault, but could have just killed Vision hours ago. But anyway, so then we got Thanos on Titan trying to get the Time Stone from...
Yeah, but he doesn't even know it's there. I think he just goes back to Titan, and then they, like, ambush him.
Yeah.
Right?
And they do a pretty damn good job of that, too.
Yeah, they fucking almost get it. So it's fucking Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, the Guardians of the Galaxy, Iron Man, all about to fight Thanos, and they come up with this plan, and they come up with this really good plan.
Yeah.
And they're literally pulling the gauntlet off, and fucking Starkiller starts
Mantis,
Star-Lord.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm on my fucking Jedi shit right now.
Oh, you Star Killer planet thing, yeah.
Yeah, no, Star Killer. Well, Star Killer planet, Star Killer the game, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on my Jedi shit.
So Mantis has Thanos under some sort of trance, and then she sort of just like
starts feeling his feelings. Yeah.
And then getting into his feelings, and she sees that he feels this great grief and this great loss, and then Star-Lord comes up to him and he just keeps yelling like, "Where's Gamora? Where's Gamora? Where's Gamora?"
And Iron Man's trying to tell him to focus, that they almost have the gauntlet off.
Yeah.
Which they do, and then he realizes that he killed Gamora, and then he starts punching Thanos in the face, which breaks him out of the trance that Mantis has him in, which makes him realize that to taking off the gauntlet.
Then he immediately slips the gauntlet back on
and starts rocking people.
Just whoops ass.
Yeah, Iron Man holds his own. They start fighting, and Iron Man's doing a really fucking good job.
Yeah.
But he basically rocks everybody, and he's about to murder Iron Man.
Yeah.
And that's when he's telling Doctor Strange, like, "Give me the Time Stone, or I'm gonna kill your friend."
And then he tells Tony Stark, which is another one of my favorite scenes in the movie. He goes up to him and sort of says this, like, "Tony Stark," he's like, "You know me?" He's like, "Of course I do." He's like, "I respect the hell out of you. You're an incredible fighter. I hope they remember you on your planet."
Yeah, he doesn't say that nicely, but he says, like, "Yeah, like, you have my respect for what you just did.
Yeah.
I hope they remember you." And then the scene in before this, couple scenes, and again, we're not going scene by scene, but we kind of are, but we kind of not. At the beginning of the movie, Doctor Strange was like, "I will not hesitate to let you and Spider-Man die to protect this time stone." All right, cool, good morals, guy. But in reality, that's all we ever wish in movies. Like, if that guy just did this for sure wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
And then when they get to Titan, Doctor Strange is freaking out, and he's like, I went into the future and saw every single
14 million different possibilities of how this plays out. Only one has the outcome where we win.
Iron Man's like, "Do we win any?" He's like, "Only one." And then so
fast forward back to Titan.
Yeah, fast forward back to that was on Titan. And then after the fight, while what's his name is about to kill him, he's like, "Give me the Time Stone, or I'm gonna kill Tony Stark." And then Doctor Strange gives up the Time Stone, and he's like, "Well, what the hell was that?"
Like Peter Quill, so Star-Lord fucks up the plan, and wakes up Dude, and then Dude goes on a fucking rampage, and almost comes this close to killing fucking Tony Stark.
And I thought it would have been a cool.
Lose the Time Stone.
I thought it would have been a cool way for Tony to go out.
Me too.
These story arcs eventually have to end, and like for him to go toe to toe with fucking Thanos, like, and then die and hold his own and then die wouldn't have been like the worst way to go.
Yeah.
But then Doctor Strange is like, no. He's like, he tells Tony, like, we're in this for the end game now, and then he gives up the fucking Time Stone to fucking Thanos, and he says, "This is the only way." So
no, he doesn't say this is the only way. He says we're in the end game now.
Yeah, and then he says
no. And then Thanos gets the Time Stone and disappears. Gets the Time Stone and he's fucking gone. Right? And they're all left on Titan. And then he goes to Wakanda, goes through all that shit, starts fighting everybody.
So when does Doctor Strange say this was the only way?
Disappears, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Which is later. So
that's two things. He says there was only one way for us to ever get this to win. There was only one way this was going to happen. And then telling Tony we're in this for the end game now.
Yeah.
So two signs that, like, all right, Doctor Strange knows something that no one else does. Yeah. Obviously, because he went into the future and saw 14 million different possibilities that he didn't tell anybody. But maybe he couldn't tell anybody because in one of the possibilities, he told Tony what happened, and then Tony ended up fucking it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
14 million different possibilities.
And you only win one.
Like, so it's very specific. And so Thanos gets the Time Stone, immediately disappears, goes to Wakanda.
But then before that, the battle on Wakanda. So before Thanos disappears and goes to Earth, Thor gets the hammer. He went to the planet, forged a new hammer like a god.
Yeah.
He fucking held that thing together while this sun was ripping right through his body.
Yeah.
And they forged this new hammer that has more powers than Mjolnir had. It's like a fucking, that colorful shooting rainbow beam that Heimdall had.
I can't remember what the fuck it's called.
We suck. I can't believe.
Bifrost,
yeah. It's a new Bifrost. And so
he goes to Wakanda.
Groot, Thor, and the rabbit.
Yeah, all go to fucking Wakanda, and they
go to Wakanda, and they show up like a bunch of fucking bosses.
Yeah, Thor just
they fucking and they pop out of the Bifrost, and it's fucking electrocuting Thor.
Yeah, and he's got all this power, and his eyes are glowing like Raiden.
And this hammer comes out and just starts knocking everybody over.
Yeah.
And he's staring right at the fucking Black Order, and he's like, "Give me Thanos!" And then they just start rocking everybody, and Thor starts rocking everybody, and then you really start getting like everybody except Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Iron Man are there.
And the Guardians.
Yeah. No, yeah, except the Guardians.
Except for And Rocket and Groot.
Yeah. So now we're like, it's the most. You got Black Panther, Captain America, all of them, and you start seeing all these things match up. Like Captain America and Black Panther are fighting together.
Mm-hmm. Falcon and
Rhodey are flying around, giving everybody all directions.
Scarlet Witch and Vision are doing their thing. Vision pops out of his
what's the raccoon's name, man?
Rocket Man.
Rocket the Raccoon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
start fighting. They're shooting together.
Let me buy your arm.
Nah, he says like, how much for the gun? He's like, it's not for sale. And he's like, and then he says something about the arm, and then like Winter Soldier gives him the look and then runs away. And then Rocket's like, I'm gonna get that arm.
Yeah,
because he's got this obsession with body parts.
Yeah,
and then, so they all start fighting, and they start rocking the First Order, the Black Order, and the whole thing.
For sure, stop watching Star Wars.
Yeah,
the First Order.
Sucks. So they start rocking it. And then Scarlet Witch comes into the battle, so she leaves Vision by himself. So someone goes to attack Vision. Remember that? And but he gets away. And then so he's fighting the guy. Vision is fighting the guy, and they fall out of the building and they fall to the forest.
Yep.
Remember? And then Captain America goes to help.
Yeah.
And, like everybody on Vision now. And so the battle's like not pretty much over, but it kind of is pretty much over. It looks like they're winning.
Yeah.
And then in the middle of the forest,
Thanos
appears, and everyone's like, "Oh shit!" And so while he's like coming, Vision tells Scarlet Witch like, "You have to kill me. Like it's the end. You have to kill me." So Scarlet Witch is like destroying Vision, like, and it takes forever. But I'm sure it takes a lot of power to destroy an Infinity Stone, so whatever. But it takes forever. And so like in between Vision and Scarlet Witch is Captain America, Black Panther, all the heroes. Like literally all of them are in the way. Everybody except Thor. Thor's off doing something else, and Vision's just. And that's where we see that godly scene where fucking Captain America catches when Thanos goes to grab Captain America. He holds it and he's like, "Rawr," and he holds it for a minute. And Thanos is seriously impressed. Look of
confusion.
Yeah, confused, and he must have been freaking impressed. Yeah. And so he holds it, and then Thanos just knocks him out with the right arm.
Yeah.
And so Scarlet Witch starts hitting Thanos with one arm and is destroying the Infinity Stone with the other. And we're like, holy shit, this is really about to happen. And then boom, she destroys the Infinity Stone. Yep. We're like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
And then fucking Thanos is like, oh no. Like, this is it. Like, you stupid child. And then he does something. He puts up his arm, and then the green fucking time stone starts lighting up, and he does a little twist thing.
And he brings Vision back to life.
Yeah.
Kills him, and then rips the fucking Infinity Stone out of his forehead.
And then he rips it, and so now he's got all the fucking Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
And it's like, son of a bitch. And then boom, poof, out of nowhere, right away, no breaks, no nothing. Out of nowhere, Thor comes flying in with his new hammer and stabs Thanos right in the fucking chest.
Yeah.
And we were always talking about it. I think Thor is eventually going to be and should be the one to kill him.
Yeah.
Because he's the only one who's really a god.
Yeah. Truly a god, yeah.
Truly a god. Truly a different type of mortal. Being. Truly a different type of being. Yes, he is of a higher being than the rest of them. They're all on equal planes, yes, but like Thor was born a god.
Yeah.
So there's no questions asked there. It's not like, maybe yes, maybe no. Like, Thor's a god. Thanos is a fucking god. Like, Yeah. It was meant to be. And so he stabs him. He looks like he's dying. He's bleeding. He's like, ugh. He, like, falls over. And now you think Thanos is dead. And the whole thing's over again. And he's like, again, with the whole, like, stupid child thing. Like, you should have gone for the head boy. And so, obviously, his heart is bleeding out. But he still has a sound mind to fucking snap his fingers. And Thor's like, no! And he snaps his fingers. And then we don't see anything. And he just goes into that fucking world. Yeah. It looks like he goes into the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Because when you like kill people with the Soul Stone,
yeah,
like they get sent into the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
And so he sees baby Gamora. And she's like, was it worth it? What did it take? And he's like, everything. And then, boom, he gets sent back out into the real world. And Thor's like, what did you do? What did you do? And the fucking gauntlet is like not destroyed, but is like, deteriorated. It's cracked. It's all red. His whole arm.
He used like the power.
Yeah. His whole arm is red. So he thought it. I want half the world blown up. Snapped his fingers. And then he doesn't say like, I have to go, but he just dips out. He opens a portal and he gets out.
Yeah.
So now Thanos is gone. And then you have Thor.
Vision.
Vision's dead.
Yeah.
Thor.
Scarlet Witch.
Captain America. Black Panther,
literally everybody else.
all of them there.
Yeah.
And they're all like, what happened? What just happened? And then I think it was Bucky was the first one.
Yeah,
Bucky was the first one.
Cap, and Cap's looking at Thor like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
And then you hear Steve, and then Cap turns around and you see Buck
just falling
and then
apart.
He fucking just Voldemort.
I wouldn't say that. Yeah,
it's
not like dust. It kind of looks like leaves. Yeah, dust, right? Like dust. Yeah. Like he just falls apart. Like ugh. He turns to dust and it's like, oh shit, he fucking died. Yeah. And then the next 5 minutes of the whole movie is half of everybody dying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bucky died. Black Panther fucking died. He got whisked away. It seems like everybody is like opposite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and we'll get to it in a second. But all of the newcomers die.
Yeah.
Essentially is what it boils down to.
Yeah.
And then they show us on Titan. They gotta remember on Titan, they have no idea what's been going on.
He's the last one who dies.
Who?
Spider-Man.
Yeah. So they go to Titan and they have no idea what's been going on. Like, they have no idea what's going on in Wakanda. They just know dude disappeared and they're just waiting for fucking something to happen. How much time has truly passed before Thanos leaving and that happening? Minutes, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're still in Titan and probably just trying to like fucking just fathom what just unfolded, in their battle with Thanos.
Yeah.
With Iron Man almost dying and giving up the Time Stone. And then
they start disappearing.
One by one, the Guardians start disappearing.
Starkiller starts disappearing. Mantis.
For sure it's Star-Lord, bro.
Star-Lord. He could be a Starkiller if he wanted to.
No.
He could.
He's a Jamoke.
He could be.
Yeah.
He could be. You know what I'm saying?
Do have the right to be an attorney.
He does. He does have the right to be a Starkiller.
For sure it's Star-Lord.
Star-Lord disappears.
Drax the Destroyer disappears.
Mantis is still there, which I think is good. I think that'll play a part.
Yeah, she is still there, yeah. And then we see
Doctor
Strange starts to disappear. And then, no. I think Parker dies before Strange. Yeah, so then
I don't remember.
Parker starts to because he has these spider sense, everyone's wondering why Peter Parker's death lasted longer than everyone else. We gotta remember he has a heightened sensibility to danger and things of that nature. So his spider sense, you don't see it, but his spider sense start tingling. So he goes up to Tony's, and it's famous across the internet now if you haven't seen it. But he's, hey, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.
Yeah, and he starts walking over to him, and he could feel it. He could feel that he's dying.
Yeah.
He slowly starts deteriorating versus everybody else who just straight whew,
in a matter of seconds.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't feel so good. And he's like, I don't want to go. I don't want to die. And
shoulder.
he fucking holds Tony, and it's just so sad. Dog.
So fucking heartbreaking.
I don't want to go. Tears.
I don't want to go. And then he falls to the ground. He says, I'm sorry, which could mean a million fucking things. He could do a whole podcast on what the hell that meant.
He says something like, I should have stayed on the bus, too, remember?
Yeah.
When he starts saying, oh, Mr. Stark, I don't feel good. I should have stayed on the bus.
Yeah.
He for sure would have deteriorated anyways.
Yeah, because it was essentially chosen at random of who disappears and who doesn't. And then we see Strange start to disappear, and that's when he words to Tony, this was the only way.
Yeah. And then he disappears.
So and that goes back to he saw 14 million different possibilities, and here we are thinking it's all going to shit. You sort of forget that he saw that.
Yeah.
And they definitely do that.
They
on
do
purpose.
a really good job.
And then
you forget.
For him to say, this was the only way. So it's okay, everyone's dead, but according to him, this was the only way for it to work.
Yeah.
And then that's fucking essentially we see, and then the next cutscene is fucking Thanos on his home planet, and everything looks peaceful, and he's sort of staring off.
And he sits down into the sunset on some fucking end of Black Panther shit, Luke Skywalker shit, any other fucking looking into the sun before he passed away. And I thought he was gonna die. I thought he was gonna disappear too.
Yeah.
And then he gets real close to his face, and you can see his hand and his arm and the gauntlet are still ripped to shreds, and he just he has this real slight grimace where he smiles. And he seems like he's at peace. Because it was like a burden on him in his head, like all psychopaths. The dude's a fucking psychopath. He thinks it's on his shoulders to destroy half the world to bring peace to the other half of the world. Mm-hmm. And it's been a heavy burden on him his whole life, and he finally did it. So he's horrible and he's a psychopath. But imagine wanting to climb Mount Everest and then finally climbing to Mount Everest and sitting atop that thing. My life work is done. This is what I wanted in my life.
Yeah. And
it's done. I could die now. Yeah. And he doesn't. The movie ends right there. And I was gonna bring something up, and I've been thinking about the show since.
Yeah.
And I meant to look up the fucking quote, but I didn't. Nobody fucking clapped. The movie ended.
Oh no!
And nobody clapped.
No.
Because we were just so completely mind fucked about everybody dying, about the way Peter died, about the way the movie ended. Nobody's ever ended a movie like that where the villain wins.
Yeah.
And it's such an awesome switch up. Reminds me of the godly fucking movie of Christopher Nolan, the Prestige.
Oh yeah.
The Prestige, right? And in the middle of the Prestige, Christian Bale has a trick, the disappearing man, whatever.
Yeah.
Where he throws the ball. He's in one door, throws the ball, and he pops up at the other door and catches it. And then Hugh Jackman's character wants to go see it. He's like, I need to see this. Everyone's freaking out about it. I need to go see this trick. And then he saw it. He's like, oh, you saw it? How was it? Did they clap? And he looks completely stunned, just like we all did at the end of the movie. He's taking off his makeup and he's like, no, it was the greatest trick I've ever seen. And he's like, did they clap? He's like, no. You know, they didn't clap. Like, nobody clapped. And so he asks because the butler, he asks why nobody clapped. And somebody in the movie, I might be getting my characters mixed up off topic. He's like nobody clapped because the trick was too good.
Yeah.
They didn't have any time to process anything.
It
was just like he was there and then he was here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The way Hugh Jackman sets the trick up later is like, this is not a trick. This is not an illusion. And everyone, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, has time to process it. And, like, you know, it makes sense. Like, he disappears and he pops up somewhere else. Like, holy shit, like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, with the door and the ball, it was like right there.
Yeah.
And, like, it was so good. It was such a good trick. Nobody even had time to process it.
Yeah.
So nobody could clap. And that's exactly what I thought about at the end of the movie.
Okay.
They did such a good job completely mind-fucking us that, like, you couldn't clap.
You didn't have the energy.
There was no
to clap,
hero
man.
like, yes, like, woo. Like, it was just like what
if it
the
was
hell
the
did
movie,
I just see?
And then, so the final cutscene is that we get a leak into Captain Marvel, right? And, so to speak, that she's going to be coming.
Agent Hill, Nick Fury, who I was not expecting to be in this movie at all, so that was cool, are driving. They're like, oh, distress signal from Wakanda. 10 times the size of New York. I was like, what? And then whoosh, this car pulls up in front of him. And I don't know who I was thinking to pop out of this car. A bad guy, maybe a good guy.
Someone starts shooting at him.
Agent Coulson being like, what the hell's happening or something?
Yeah.
And so they get out of the car and they walk up to this car and they're like, they're gone. They just disappeared.
Yeah.
And then behind them, this helicopter runs into the plane. And the reason why we bring it up and the reason why we should talk about it is because you don't just think like everybody just dies, not peacefully per se. Nobody got their head cut off, but it's not like they just disappear and there's no
in their beds. Like
not everyone's asleep and they
die. Walking
died.
Across the street and then turn to ash. People are fucking
driving
flying helicopters and turn to ash.
You know what I'm saying? Like people are think about all the
airline pilots.
The airline. Yep. Think about the fucking pilot, and then now you got like not only is it just half, but it's more than half.
Yeah.
Half initially get killed, and then everybody else who gets killed because of the aftermath.
Yeah.
You got a plane full of 100 people, and that pilot dies, whoosh, dead.
Fucking dude at NORAD fucking falls on his trigger and blows up something, you know?
It's insane. So then Agent Hill disappears first.
Yeah.
And then Nick Fury's like, holy shit. So he runs away, and then the people all around Nick Fury are starting to disappear. And then his left arm starts disappearing while he's holding this transmitter in his right. And his arm starts disappearing, and he says motherfucker, which is just so fucking funny because that's fucking Samuel L. Jackson's thing. He's like, motherfucker. And then so he disappears from left to right.
Yeah.
And then as like his right arm's disappearing, he hits the blinker and it falls to the floor. And it says like sending or loading.
Yeah.
And then we're all like on our seats like, what's it gonna say? And it's fucking Captain Marvel's fucking thing. And it was fucking awesome. It was a really good ending thing.
Yeah. Brought
you bring
that
up
up
to say,
for a reason.
Yeah.
If you're talking about like how at the end of the movie there's no feel good moment.
That
fucking bad guy just won.
Yeah.
Had Captain Marvel, like Brie Larson, physically popped up or something, that we could cheer about, and then cutscene end, it's over. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah,
that would have given us something,
or something where it says like sending, and then like maybe she pops up. You know, like sending, fade to black, fade out. Like she picks up her transmitter
down like Scotty or some shit. Yeah, picks up her transmitter. So we get some sort of something.
Yeah, like
but all we did was send a text.
or like a gold glove grabs it or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
All she did was send a text.
Yeah,
and like there's no good feeling. So the reason I brought all that up with Captain Marvel thing is just like there's no good feeling left over. Like even like just him sending out the thing, you know, and nobody knew who the fuck Captain Marvel was. You know, like we did because we're balls deep in it, but like nobody else fucking seemed to process it at the theater.
It was fucking. So that's the movie.
Yeah, so that's the movie.
Fucking amazing.
A lot of time talking about that, but what I wanted to ask you was So with that being said, you know, with all the events that had just unfolded, what do you think is going to happen in number 4, in Avengers 4, whatever the fuck it's going to be called? What do you think it's going to be called?
I don't know. I'm going to say Avengers Forever.
I think Avengers Endgame.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. Because that's sort of just something that it's an ongoing term that they use throughout, like, Ultron.
Yeah.
And all of them from fucking, everything. But anyway, what do you think is going to happen in Avengers 4? And then what do you think happens to the MCU moving forward?
I kind of wish I didn't see this the other day, but there's set photos for both movies, and so I kind of forgot about it, actually. I knew about it when the set photos came out, and I forgot about it. I was reminded about it the other day when I was watching, like, what might happen. Spoilers?
Yeah.
bigger spoilers. They go back in time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How so?
They're all dressed in their Avengers outfits.
Oh.
The first Avengers. Steve's stupid blue.
Yeah.
Agent Coulson.
Yeah.
Blonde-haired, short fucking Thor.
Yeah.
They're all dressed like that. They go back in time.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how. Because they don't have the fucking time stone.
Yeah.
But they must figure out a way. They got to figure out a way. They don't have Doctor Strange. And they don't have the gauntlet. But they go back in time. Which is a huge spoiler. And I wish I didn't see it.
Yeah. So
it kind of sucks. And I'm upset. But whatevs. Yeah. I'm sure it'll be in the trailers. I'm sure in the trailers it'll pop up like, and you know he's gonna be back in time. So whatever. I'm sure we would have figured that out before the movie happened. Yep. They're going back in time. I don't know how they get there. I don't know what they're fixing. I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens in that movie. Maybe go back to Age of Ultron and don't make Vision.
Yeah.
Maybe they go back to the first Avengers to destroy the Tesseract. Maybe they go maybe they go back in time and find all the Infinity Stones and destroy them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, we're from the future, Doctor Strange. Even though Doctor Strange wasn't a thing at that time.
Yeah.
He happened later, so where's the time stone? Inside the fucking where did he find the time stone?
They had it
inside that thing, right?
Yeah.
And he put that on.
Yeah.
So maybe they go find all the Infinity Stones and destroy it, and so it never happens.
Yeah.
Reset the timeline.
Possible. And that's what I was gonna say. And then we have ourselves a fucking X-Men universe situation.
Yeah.
Where you could restart telling a different story with the same characters. You know.
Yeah.
If you want.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna do that
everyone
because Steve Rogers is for sure
yeah.
done.
But you could is what I'm saying.
And,
that opens the fucking
and another
doorway
thing,
for it.
and I was watching this thing about like what do you think is gonna happen, and this guy said it's gonna get a little shady. You're gonna get a little like
upset.
Not upset, but like you start blurring lines when you start changing. You know what I'm saying? So they're on this. This is their timeline. You go back in time and change the timeline.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it starts getting real shady from like a perspective of like a customer or a fan or like a viewer. Mm-hmm. Like what's real, what isn't? Is he really dead or is he not? Is this like a fake reality or real reality?
Because they
kind of like on some Flash shit where they had like, you know, this is the timeline I was on. I went back, saved my mom. Now we're here.
Yeah.
You know what is
so
reality?
You're still Iris West, but it's not the same Iris West.
Exactly.
You
know what I'm saying?
Things have changed.
Yeah. And you don't have a
back
fucking.
To the future
you don't have
101.
Exactly.
When you went back to the future, you changed things. We're on this alternate timeline.
Yeah, exactly. And so I don't know if they're gonna want to get that blurry with it.
But
they're going back in time to save something.
Yeah.
If they're going to go back in time and change something cool, but end up on the same timeline.
That's what I was going to say.
Don't like have something different where like they go back in time, change something.
Peter Parker's still not Spider-Man anymore.
But he's Miles Morales.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Peter Parker never became a thing, which would be cool. It'd be geeky.
Yeah, but anyway.
But as far as like
that's one thing.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like don't change things. Don't be like Black Panther doesn't know who somebody is because he's not the same Black Panther, or he wears blue instead of orange because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Go back in time and fix something.
Easy of a fix, too.
Well, it's easy of a fix. Yeah,
and then it makes you feel like it's not the same character because it's almost again, like you said, a different reality. Like a different literal reality.
Like when Flash went back and he had to like re-explain what happened to everybody.
Yeah.
I'm from the future. Things are different. Your pasts are different. Your lives are completely different. Do you want to know about it? No, we don't.
Like you're different.
All right,
people.
cool.
Like
yeah, exactly. And then you have to fall in love with those people again. And I hope they don't do that.
Yeah.
But you ask me what I think is going to happen. The one thing I know is going to happen is they're going back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Russo brothers said they have big plans for Hawkeye and what's his name? What
Ant-Man?
does he become? No.
Ronan.
Ronan. When he becomes Ronan, they said Endgame. They're playing the long game with him. Mm-hmm. You know, he's going to pay off big at the end. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens in Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm pretty sure Ant-Man and Wasp is happening like right around the same time.
Yeah.
It for sure has to happen before
this.
We're not going to like it, but it happens before Infinity War.
I think it's going to be similar to Black Panther. So like Black Panther, if you haven't seen it, immediately picks up where Civil War leaves off with the death of T'Chaka and then, you know, proceeds from there. And I think this will be the same thing. Like this, so that was T'Challa's story after the events that we first see him in Civil War. This is the events of Ant-Man after what happened in Civil War
exactly.
and the Sokovia
and then the end, maybe an end scene or maybe the end of the movie.
For sure, everyone's
Wasp
gonna go see that
disappearing
movie.
or somebody disappears or some shit.
I'm so excited, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see that movie.
Fucking excited. Not even for anything. Cool movie. That comes out in like 2 months, by the way, July, right?
Yeah.
Cool. It's gonna be a cool movie. It's gonna be fun. The first Ant-Man was just fun. You know, it wasn't like awe-inspiring or some shit like that, game-changing. It's just a fun movie, so I'm excited for that. But just that end scene. There's nothing else they like spoil or like. There's literally nothing else.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna be like a one-off about some other shit.
And there's so many ways you could go about it because Nebula's still alive. She didn't disappear in the comics. Nebula gets a hold of. They somehow get the gauntlet away from Thanos. Nebula puts it on I think she might kill Thanos, or maybe she just resets the timeline. There's another story where Thanos has the gauntlet, and fucking Adam.
Oh yeah, Adam Warlock.
Adam Warlock puts on the gauntlet, and he resets the timeline.
Yeah.
There's so many ways they could go about it,
mm-hmm.
and to have like Ant-Man and Wasp be the only movie, and Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel's a prequel.
Yeah.
So they're gonna set up how she got her powers, where she came from. And
then there'll be an end scene to that as well.
Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe like a future scene or something.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Wonder Woman. A Wonder Woman was a fucking. The whole movie was a flashback until the very last scene,
mm-hmm.
where she has that picture from Bruce.
Okay, yeah, kind of.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. Yep. So Captain Marvel flashback, and then the end scene
like
of
maybe,
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, maybe Captain Marvel starts with her getting that text.
No,
maybe
she, it ends.
No, like starts with her getting the text and then being like, "Well, where did it all start?" or something. You know,
I don't say that.
Sort of Quentin Tarantino-ish.
I see it being the other way.
Yeah,
I see it ending with that.
Yeah,
because Wonder Woman didn't start with that. Wonder Woman started with her being.
But yeah,
I know, yeah, but I think that would be dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got this text. They need my help.
Who am I?
What? Yeah, like no. Like they need my. He needs my help. I need to go.
Yeah.
For sure, have the whole movie happen, and then the last scene is her getting that text.
Yeah.
Which is going to be awesome. And then the Russo brothers say that she's the most powerful being we've ever seen, the most powerful superhero we've ever seen in the MCU. So more powerful than what Thor's become now, because that's fucking insane. It's going to be lit as fuck, dog.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking
It's going to
awesome.
be lit as fuck.
So what we're left with going forward, at least at the beginning of the next
OGs.
movie, is the original 6 or whatever. So you got Banner still alive, Scarlet Johansson, for sure changed Scarlet Witch's name. Banner's still alive, Romanoff's still alive. We can assume Hawkeye's still alive. Ant-Man is still alive. Cap, Iron Man, Rhodey?
The OGs.
Rhodey's still alive?
No, Rhodey dies.
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't think he does.
I don't know.
Falcon disappears. Rhodey's still alive.
Okay, yeah. So the OGs, Rhodey, Mantis.
Mm-hmm. That's it, pretty much.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Who's not an OG who's still alive? Nebula, Mantis, Ant-Man, Wasp, Rose. Yeah.
If you want,
they got a couple
Rhodes
of good people.
Kind of OG.
Yeah.
He's from the first fucking Iron Man.
Rocket's still alive.
Oh yeah, Rocket's
still alive.
Yep.
So they got
we
a
gotta
good
get a little ensemble.
Yeah.
To fucking try and figure this out and take this down. As far as what I see happening, I mean, obviously there's gonna be some sort of time travel. Obviously they're gonna defeat Thanos, right?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's one way or the other. It's got to get done.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Be
otherwise, the whole cinematic universe is done. If
Yeah.
they don't beat him and he wins,
exactly,
there's no point to continue.
Exactly.
So,
and then going forward more so, I do think, at least I hope, I've heard different things online and different blogs where it's like, will Thor? I think Thor is gonna be an integral part going forward.
Yeah, I don't know if there's gonna be another Thor movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've also heard that he's like, I've done my last scene as Thor. Like,
yeah, maybe
that was it. You know,
that'd be cool. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at that
either,
man.
End it,
there's
for sure,
beauty,
end it.
There's a
the only
beauty
reason, and we've talked about it at least twice on this show. The reason we think Thor is gonna be somehow
an integral part
is because we feel like it's going towards space.
Yeah.
It's gonna be space themed or space villain themed.
Yeah.
You know, with Galactus.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe even Dormammu coming back, like space character-esque.
Yeah.
Like,
and Thor is the fucking
the god of space.
Realms,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, you know, Strange goes from realm to realm, so he can do that. And we both think he's probably gonna be like the new leader, him, Black Panther, and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So they kind of have space covered. If Thor wasn't there, I wouldn't be too mad. Like, this is happening in space, and Thor isn't there to save it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then we know that there's gonna be another Guardians movie, so they'll make their way back too, and then, you know, they're sort of running things out there. But I definitely see, I mean, you kind of touched on it, Black Panther, Spider-Man, and Doctor Strange being that new Cap, Iron Man, Thor trio, you know, going forward. I just hope that they do the fourth one justice and, like, you know, give everyone a proper send-off, whether that be they all fucking die, or
what's he
just
say in
like,
Superman? He's like, an honorable death is its own reward.
What's that from?
From, Superman. Man of Steel?
Yep.
They say it like twice.
Yeah.
Honorable death is its own
either
reward.
Yeah, either an honorable death. I think Cap.
I see Cap sacrificing himself. Yep.
Yeah.
I see Cap sacrificing
dying.
himself.
I see Tony finally getting away from it all. You know.
Yeah.
It's in some fathom or some capacity.
And then another thing I saw was like, out of all the people Doctor Strange could have saved, like, oh, don't hurt Spider. Not that Thanos was about to kill Spider-Man per se. He was about to kill
about half the universe, but he said, "Don't."
Out
kill
of all
Tony.
the people who had to be saved, even himself, like Doctor Strange knew that whatever has to happen, Tony has to be alive.
Yeah.
Not Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying?
Not this guy, the next
and let's
guy.
just pretend we don't know the future of the movie. We don't know that Spider-Man was going to be the one to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say Strange saves somebody else instead of somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
I get you.
Like,
he knew that fucking
don't touch
Tony
Spider-Man.
needed to be saved. Yeah.
Don't touch Spider-Man. All right, cool. I'll give you the time zones for Spider-Man. I'm still killing Iron Man. And then 10 minutes later, Spider-Man disappears anyways. Like, no. Strange knew whatever has to happen, Tony has to be the one
to do it.
To be alive in order to, like, get them to where they need to go.
Yeah.
So his mind, or whatever the hell he knows, or whatever the hell that has to happen, Tony's got to be there. And I think that's kind of cool. I think he might play a big part in it, too. Him, Thanos, or him, Thor, and Captain America, man.
Yeah.
I bet you Captain America dies saving somebody. Tony comes up with the plan, and I bet you Thor finally kills him.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. As far as... So, obviously, we think it was a fucking great movie. Fantastic.
Yeah, fucking amazing
on any
movie.
stretch of the imagination. Did a great job of staying away from spoilers for that 3 longest days of my life.
Oh, yeah. We did a good job. And the fucking thing, the Russo's brothers did an amazing job. They came out with three main trailers.
We had no idea what was going on.
3 main trailers, and then, like, at
all
least
the TV
10
snippets.
10 TV snippets. They did an amazing job. Amazing job. Didn't know anybody. And there's all these rumors, and there's a bunch of YouTube videos I need to watch about, like, fake scripts and literally shooting fake scenes.
Yeah.
Can you imagine,
like, Hulk
being a fucking movie
maker
studio and, like, asking people to come in and, like, pay them to shoot fake scenes just to throw people
They probably
off?
don't even know, because even the cast has gone on record saying, like, when at the premiere, we're like, no fucking
no,
way.
I know they didn't know it was a fake scene, but the Russo brothers did.
Exactly.
The Russo brothers sat to saying, like, action, like, no, Peter, I need more intensity on this part. No, Chris Evans, can you give me some here?
Yeah.
Knowing that it's fake, that like this is not going in the fucking movie.
Thug.
There was a couple. I think there was 1 or 2 scenes from the trailers that we didn't see in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
The one where it was Rhodey, Scarlett Johansson, and the Hulk looking up at something.
Mm-hmm.
That didn't happen in the movie.
Yeah.
So that's one. But that's the only one I can think of.
Running out of Wakanda in the trailer, he is Hulk. He is full-powered, bodied Hulk.
Yeah, and that never happened.
He is not. No, he's in the movie. He's in what's her fucking name?
The Hulkbuster.
Yeah, the Hulkbuster. Yeah. What do they call her?
Victoria.
Victoria. Yeah. So that doesn't happen, which is interesting. I had a thought about that because it's like, well, why? Like, if you already CGI'd a fucking Hulk running through a thing, why take away his powers? And that was the one part of the CGI that looked bad. It was Banner's head on fucking top of Victoria.
Yeah, and
so
Hulk,
it's like, was that a post-credit sort of thing?
Hulk and Banner fight.
The Hulk and Banner are fighting just internally throughout the whole movie. And I bring that up to say, like, with all these other characters, they physically can't proceed to do the roles because it's just so demanding on their body and they're getting older. Where all the Banner scenes are CGI, so, like, he can also go forward. So I think what happens in Avengers 4
also is Iron Man.
Yeah, but I think just his story arc is coming to a close.
Yeah.
But with Banner, we haven't had, like, a solo Hulk thing. It's all just been kind of, like, side stuff and then Ragnarok and shit. I do see him becoming Hulk again and unable to turn back.
Oh, yeah?
Planet Hulk.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or something along the lines.
Yeah.
Some sort of closure.
Or maybe not even ever coming out with that movie because I feel like they've said multiple times, and I think, who plays Banner?
Mark Ruffalo.
Has said it multiple times, like, no one's come to talk to him about a Hulk movie. I don't know if we ever will. You had 2 Hulk movies. They didn't do so great. I don't know if people really want to see Hulk for a whole...
Yeah.
10 years later, maybe
he's
now,
like the
today, in
man
today's
of the
world,
year award,
maybe in today's world we would. Maybe in today's world it would sell.
Yeah.
But they made a movie with Eric Bana,
yeah.
And it was trash. The Incredible Hulk was pretty good. That was like one of the first movies that kicked off.
Edward Norton.
That
was like, that
was part of the MCU.
That's MCU, yeah.
That was MCU shit, and we
thought
it was
Nick
pretty
Fury
good.
In it,
Yeah, Nick Fury was in it and shit, and Ross.
Yeah.
That's where Ross came from. That movie was pretty good, but did it do great? No, or at least that's why we haven't gotten another Hulk movie since. You already got 2. I don't know if you're gonna get a 3rd.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not even mad at him.
One more. Maybe one more Planet Hulk, because we do have 2. I think they can. I think Hulk, the Hulk, is because the second one is a sequel.
It's not. It's a whole restart thing.
Is it?
Oh no, he already has the power.
Oh yeah, he has it, man. The second one is because the second one is a sequel, and the second one was sort of the introduction to the MCU. We have to count Hulk as one, right? Anyway, I'm just saying you could make one more movie to conclude that storyline.
Yeah.
Of some fathom,
or you don't even need a whole movie. My point bringing it up, I was like, I don't know if he's gonna get a movie, and B, I don't even know if you need one. If he becomes Hulk, And it would seem redundant to have him be Hulk on a ship and sent off into space again. Because you did that at the Age of Ultron. Yeah. But maybe he becomes Hulk and he can't change back. So and he's like, I got to go figure out what to do now, guys. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you just assume he's going to go find Planet Hulk. Yeah. But we've assumed twice now that he's going to go find Planet Hulk.
Yeah, so that would be dumb. Maybe because
at the Age of Ultron, we assumed Planet Hulk.
There's a fucking like Batman-esque kill me, Tony. Like,
yeah.
You know, sort of what thing or something like that. But I'm just saying, so that's a possibility going forward is, you know, him completely snapping and becoming that. One thing I was going to say was flaws about the movie. Did you have any issues? I did have one that I wanted to bring up.
Well, the pacing, but because I think we kind of explained that it was kind of like because of our heart.
Yeah.
I feel like if we watched it at home, it might be slowed down now.
Yeah.
And then the jokes were okay. The jokes hit when they wanted to. The only time I didn't think it was funny to be funny was Thor literally came off an exploding ship. His brother died. His best friend died. They took him in, asked him what happened, said, Thanos is here. He killed my family and half my people. We need to handle this. Gamora's father, she's on the ship. She knows who Thanos is. She knew this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And Starkiller's over here being jealous because Thor's talking to Camilla. Star-Lord's over here making fun of Thor, trying to talk like Thor, trying to say jokes. And it just wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
The jokes were good on Titan when he was like, I like your plan, except it sucks. Like, the jokes hit everywhere else except right there. Yeah. Like, you didn't need to try and be that funny. You didn't need to try and like, why are you trying to do his voice? It didn't make sense.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
That was the only time. That was the only thing.
Yeah. One thing I did want to happen in the movie that didn't happen in the movie, obviously it's going to happen in 4. But I left the theater saying, well, fuck, I was hoping it would happen. You know, I truly did. What? Was some sort of reconciliation or just path crossing of Tony Stark and Steve Rogers.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to save that for the next one.
Yeah, and, and they deal with it a little bit at the beginning where they talk about, like, we're not on speaking terms, and should I call him? Should I not call him? Seems like we need him. And he just eventually doesn't get around to doing it. But I was hoping before the end they would link up, you know? Even just pop up in Wakanda at the same time and do some sort of look across a field at each other.
Yeah, but it just never worked. You know? Because he was on Titan the whole time.
I know, but I was just hoping, you were hoping for it. You know, structurally I understand. And obviously it will happen in the next one. Yeah. You know, they're not going to fucking be mad at each other forever like in real world or some shit.
They got to figure out how to get them off of Titan.
Yeah, I think Captain Marvel has something to do with that, or Nebula.
Yeah.
But cool. That was one thing where I left the theater saying, like, okay, everyone just died.
I wish I would have seen Hulk freak out of Hulkbuster, because in the comics there's precedent set where he's getting attacked. Banner's in the Hulkbuster. He's getting attacked and overwhelmed, and then Hulk busts out of the Hulkbuster, which is just so funny. Yeah. Rips through it and then destroys people. But they got to be playing that for some reason, because a lot of people are like, why does he have this conflict? And it's been building up. Mm-hmm. He didn't want to be Hulk in Avengers, and then he became him, and then
he sort of got
was needed in Age of Ultron, and then he disappeared.
Yeah.
And then he's Hulk for 2 years, and he doesn't want to be Hulk anymore. So he's been fighting for a while now. And that's why you said right. Like, if he turns one more time, it might be the end.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad at. But it was a little weird, and they definitely could have used him. Yeah. But he for sure still wouldn't have been able to beat Thanos, so I feel like it would have been all for nothing.
Could have been.
He might have
fucking helped, man.
Yeah, I guess. They did all right, though. When Thor came back, they were all right.
He was boxing dude by himself on Asgard, on the Asgardian ship, right?
Rocked.
So, yeah, by himself. They all got rocked by themselves. But had you had fucking Hulk in that scene where Thor stabs him in the chest, could have done a lot more.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, great fucking movie. I'm excited to see where it goes going forward.
Yeah, we got to see it again. We got to fucking see it again.
Yeah,
I
cannot watch it 3-4 more times. Yeah. Really dissect that sumbitch. We want to know, more specifically, what you guys think.
Yeah.
If you saw the movie, let us know what you think. If you didn't see the movie, we just explain the whole fucking thing. Let us know what you think. And for sure, go see the movie. So comment on Facebook, comment on Instagram, and everywhere you see this posted. What your guys' thoughts of the movies were. Really want to know what you guys think. What you guys think going forward. We're balls deep in fan theories and all sorts of different shit like that.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think of the movie and where the MCU is going forward? Other than that,
I think that's about it.
Yeah,
glad
I think
we
covered everything.
Back in the saddle.
Yeah, back in the saddle again. That's not a song. This is the Comic Crick Show.
My name is Kyle.
My name is Craig. We will see you guys next
like
week.
Sports, I could do something in sports. Maybe I could be like an announcer, like a color man. You know how I always make those interesting comments during the game?
Yeah, you make good comments. They tend to give those jobs to ex-ball players and people that are, in broadcasting.
Well, that's really not fair.
I know.